Here's another thing I want to talk about. Your arm's stuck, can't get any bigger, having problems there. Well, you got to mix it up a little bit. What do I suggest? I suggest you don't only mix it up, but you're mixing it up walks hand in hand with a tactic and approach that is going to deliver progression in different facets of the musculature. Not just shocking it up, but you're actually going to see different types of development. You're going to exploit different aspects of the muscle each way and shock it at the same time. So it's a double bang. So what you do is, whatever you're doing now, stop doing that and switch over to all cables for arms for the next few months. Couple of months until you feel like I've blown that out pretty good, I ain't getting nothing else out of it. Don't be in a hurry to switch up. Learn to listen to your motherfucking body. Learn your body. It's an individual. Alright? Certain things generically apply. But just like diets, just like when people, write to me and ask me, Tiny, I need some help with a diet, man. Can you give me some advice? I'm trying to lose body fat, this, that, and other. Yeah, I can. But send me a fucking picture. Send me a fucking picture showing me your problems. If I don't see it, all right, you send me some pictures, show me your problems, what you feel you need to improve, where you're at. Don't try and don't stand there and hold it in or nothing. Show me what the fuck is up so I know where we're starting. And give me an idea of what you eat in the course of a day on the average right now on the normals. Don't dress it up. Don't tell me what you wish you did. Tell me the truth. If you do that, then I can give you an idea of something that's going to work in your instance much better than just giving you a bunch of generalized shit that works for overall for most people or whatever, right? You're going to get a lot better result that way. It's the same way if you learn your body. Learn your body. Different strokes for different folks, literally. Learn your body. Okay? So the way you do that is switch over. All cables. Now when I say all cables, I'm talking about no free weights for arms for the next few months, no free weights at all, and no machines, as far as no leverage machine. Alright, now if you have a cable and it's one of these fucking tricep overhead fucking press things, right, with like a V-bar or something similar, and you're sitting in a seat and the stack's behind you, and it's got a little holder to hold the little handle for you, make it all nice and pretty and convenient and comfy. Don't use that. Don't sit down and reach back and grab that. That doesn't count. When I say cable, what I'm talking about is some kind of pulley system that you can adjust the height on, vary the height, anywhere from top to bottom and all places in between, and you can change the handles. But basically that's all it is. It's a cable coming off of a fucking adjustable pulley, okay? And you can put whatever handle you want on it. That's what I want you to use and nothing else for the next few months for arms. All your arms on that. And I want you to exploit the angles. Get crazy with it. Try all kind of shit from all kind of fucking angles. Change the angles up. Change that fucking angle almost every single set. Some way, shape, or form, change it. Okay? Cables are totally different than free weights. They apply a completely different and unique type of stress to the muscle. The reason being is, like I've told you before if you weren't listening, is if I have a dumbbell in my hand or a barbell in my hand, and I'm as the swing, right, the arc, as I'm bringing that dumbbell up, gravity's down there with a free weight, all right? The stress, the level of stress, the amount of stress varies throughout that movement, changes throughout that movement. It's not equal front to back of that movement, start to finish, and all places in between. It's not. It varies. More stress here, less stress there, so forth and so on. Then you got the momentum factor, all that shit. Now, if you go and take a cable, pretty much that stress is pretty much the same throughout the movement because you're no longer limited to gravity just as an up and down type of thing, right? Now, you're fighting the resistance of a cable throughout the whole range of motion. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot closer than a free weight. Free weight has its advantages. It's a different kind of stress, and it has its advantages, no question. But you've been doing that or mixing up or whatever, all cables, like I'm telling you. Exploit the angles. Better off to go lighter and add weight as you experiment than to go too heavy. You can only keep moving that pin down, 10 pounds or whatever at a time. You can only do that until you go down one and you find out now it's changed. Now I'm not feeling it in the same way in the muscle. That means you just went too heavy. Now you've destroyed the worth of that exercise. Now you're fucking overloading your joints, and now you're bringing in other muscles to stabilize and compensate and get the job done. You don't want that. That's why I want you to go to lighter. Go to lighter, okay? Lots of volume. You can add weight as you master the movement, as you develop the feel for what you're doing. Now you can go a little heavier, but once you get to the point where you drop down one and you don't feel it right anymore, don't sacrifice feel just for the sake of moving more weight, because it ain't better. You're not going to make more progress that way for what you're trying to do with that muscle. Stick with the cables like that, biceps and triceps, all kinds of different shit. Anything, you're limited by your creativity. Anything you can do, do. And I'll put up something showing you a bunch of movements. That ain't no problem. Do it. Okay? Then when you feel like you've beaten it pretty good and hard for a few months, you'll feel it. Now, you're not going to blow up from this over that period of time, but if the diet is sufficient to support it, you're going to see improvement in that muscle. You're going to see look to that muscle, development to that muscle that you probably haven't seen. You're going to make some progress. You're not going to get smaller, size-wise, girth-wise. You're going to make some progress in the look of that muscle, in the shape of that muscle. You're going to exploit detail. Okay? Now, I make a distinction between detail and definition. Definition is based upon body fat percentages. Definition is based upon how much fat and water and how thick the skin is over top of that muscle. Okay? That's more clarity. Definition is a clarity thing. Detail is exploiting aspects of that muscle and variables of the appearance of that muscle that you may not even realize you have, that you haven't even brought out yet and exploited. You're going to know when you see it. Then you're going to understand where I'm coming from. Then when you're done with that after a few months, then switch over to all free weights. Again, no leverage machines, now no cables, nothing that's a machine. Only free weights. If it ain't a barbell or a dumbbell, don't fuck with it. Now you do whatever you want to do. You want to go too heavy, you want to fuck the movement up, I don't care. Don't care. Not trying to goad you into doing that, but I don't care how strict you are or whatever. All free weights. Now you're watching what kind of shock that does. How sore you're going to be from that shit. Like it's brand new to you. Try that. Now you're going to get a big fucking bang. When you're done with that for a few months, okay, give it a good hard run. Give it its due. Now switch over to more of a combination of all these things. And you can use your leverage machines, whatever the hell you want to do. And then start the cycle over again. Do that shit and you're going to have a better looking muscle. You're going to be able to see more shit in that muscle, even through the fucking skin and all that shit you got now. And you're going to fucking get a jolt of growth out of that. You're going to shock the shit out of that muscle like nobody's business. Okay, try it and see. Try it and see. It works.